Boom. Hi, we're here. Yay.
Yay.
How are you?
Hi, guys. How are you? I'm awesome. I'm so happy to be here with you guys and sharing this morning.
That's awesome. Could you introduce yourself a little bit for people? Let them know who you are, what it is you do.
Sure, ma'am. I am Shamama Hunting Owl, also known as Christine. I started this journey as a twin flame teacher.
Wow.
And have continued to expand with that. You know, started with the whole activation of being a twin and coming into this crazy fucking journey. And literally, you know, started with doing readings and expanding from there. What's the matter, Lee?
It seems like we're fuzzy.
No, I think it's all the light. We're snowing. It's
snowing.
snowing.
It's snowing.
It's snowing, and there's a lot of white out there. So
sorry to interrupt. Yeah.
You're good, you guys. Yeah. So basically, what I do is I do readings, facilitate healing sessions, spiritual guidance, channeling shit. I mean, you know, it's just kind of like that whole pot of everything that goes along with this journey that we all awaken to. Yeah. So, and I do retreats and ceremonies here and just all of it.
You're in Florida, right?
I'm in South Florida. Yep.
South Florida. Nice. Yeah, we got Soul Family in Jacksonville
and I've got family
Tampa
in Venice. We got family.
We've got a lot of connections down there. So it was only a matter of time.
Come and hang out.
Yeah. The cool thing is the conversation we were having before we started recording, we won't spend too much time on, but I'm, you know, it gets my heart beating quick. You know what I mean?
I know it.
It's one of those type of subjects that, oh, I'm awake now. It's one of those classes you like.
Oh yeah.
And we were talking about plant medicine and the healing properties of plant medicine. And I'm doing a lot of cooking balms and lotions and things. And we were just talking about some of the ceremonies you do. And really kind of just wanted to touch on a little bit of, not long, just like 3 minutes, because I really want to get to this interview because I'm loving this. But it's a passion of mine.
Okay.
And the ceremonies that you do, right, is also plant medicine based.
Yes.
And I do a lot of work with cannabis, and so does she. We're just naturalists and healing medicine women.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
And the healing properties of cannabis, if you don't know, just research. Don't go in uneducated.
I think if nothing else, you get, and you know, you hear it a lot. Oh, you look great, Cherry.
Yeah.
Okay. The only reason that's possible is because of the plant medicine. Not all that other shit. Because if you look, you can see the difference between somebody who's on that stuff and on this stuff.
That's right.
And I have to admit, I at first was like, okay, is this really going to do anything? But the more we learned about it, the more we started realizing how it was so deeply connected and rooted in both of us.
Mm-hmm.
I have to admit that it's a miracle. It's not a miracle. It's hidden. It doesn't need to be hidden.
The earth provides us with everything we need.
Yeah.
I mean, it just is. The earth provides us with everything we need. We take full advantage of that, and we take advantage of Mother Earth, and she really does give us what we need to survive and thrive.
Mm-hmm.
Healthy foods, healthy plant-based medication. These things she gives us.
That's
right? Now we've got to help fix the world, give back to her instead of taking from her, right? She's tired. She's clearly throwing a fit.
Oh, for sure.
She's tired.
Because she could kill that virus like this.
Yeah.
She really could.
I don't want to, I can't get into this, like all the politics where plant medicine is.
I don't even think it's politics.
I just want everybody to know that there is healing in plant-based medicines all plant-based medicines, it's important to know that you don't have to do anything in pain. You can take care of that without opiates, without pain medicine. And it's, do your research. It's amazing. It's amazing.
That's
The
right.
biggest thing is a lot of people, just to wrap that up, Sherry's been doing Rick Simpson oil now since May,
Yeah.
Yeah. April, somewhere in there. And she has had a steady regimen. And we want to give a huge shout out to County Line
Genetics.
Premium Genetics
Yeah.
for their, and they're doing this from love and care without a dime. And she is sitting next to me after being told that she would not make it through the holidays.
Mm-hmm.
So trust me,
Yeah.
there's more out there than we really know. And there's more in our planet that we're not paying attention to. And I think, connection is the key.
That's
Connection is the key.
Which brings us to connection to Mother Earth too, right? We're all connected,
Yeah.
right? And
We're all one energy. That's it. I mean, that's it. We are all one energy. The trees, the fucking couch, it's all energy.
Yes,
Who do you
ma'am.
choose to align with? What are you aligning your energy with? Are you aligning it with Mother Nature and the feeding of the good stuff so you can heal, so you can expand? Or are you aligning with the material, the nonsense, the drama, it's all about a choice. It's all about an actual personal choice and perspective of what you choose for yourself. And again, that's all part of this healing process that we are going through. Physical healing, the emotional healing, the spiritual healing. That's this medicine. The medicine, the plants is what brings us to that place of being allowed to let go of it all. It's not about getting high. It's not about going tripping balls. It's none of that. I mean, people use the medicine for those purposes. We know that. People abuse everything.
right.
And
Boy,
have
don't they?
potential to. But
I have
when it's
used Coca-Cola for years.
You
And
mean
it-
Coca-Cola abused
and
you
it
for
abused
years.
me for years back.
I don't know about the other way around.
We stick to water these days, of
There
the
you go.
seltzer kind.
right,
Or green
right,
tea.
there you go.
Mm.
But that's where we're coming to, is this place of, to get to these areas of ourselves so we can release our traumas, our pains from this and every lifetime,
For
to
sure.
now live in this lifetime into our fullest potential. This is our opportunity to truly step into Eden. But it's our Eden. It's our own
Yeah.
fucking Eden.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
This is how we get there, by honoring Mother and what she's given us, and seeing the blessings in all of this and the transformations that are taking place within all of us. Well, most of us.
Being grateful is so big. Being grateful to her,
Yes.
right? And I have no religious views, so I'm not taking any one side or dissing one side. I'm just not doing that. But I was going somewhere with that. What was I talking about before that?
You want to talk about religion?
Brain injuries. No. No, I was going somewhere with it. It was really important.
Mother Earth.
It'll come back to me.
Earth, Eden, creating our own.
Yeah, it'll come back to me.
And that's part of it,
Yeah.
though. But if we really look at everything that, even when we were coming together, the things that I believed, the things that I understood, none of it had anything to do with connection.
Right.
And the more I realized that I had been taught not to be connected, the more I started to wake up. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I think even when we came deeper into our connection to each other, there were things I didn't understand about the physical body. There were things I didn't understand about my connection to myself that was activating her in ways. There were a lot of things that we were still discovering.
That's exactly what I was going to say. With that, I lost connection to ourselves.
Yeah.
Connection to ourselves.
Yeah.
We tend to, as human beings, disconnect from ourselves and go do things, whatever mindless things we do.
Or mindful.
mindful
I
things.
don't know if
we
it was
did,
mindless.
right?
Well, get mind, right?
Right. And then
I mean,
yeah,
I think
it's
it's really surreal now looking back and going, I mean, just looking at it now, I go, we're taught disconnect.
yeah.
We're taught to be disconnected from where our planet we're on. We're taught disconnected the places and the people we love. We're actually being taught disconnection
That's right.
instead of connection. And when we were like, well, what do you think our mission is? And then we went, oh, why do we? Right? It's like, well, we have to go through this path where we have to really understand down deep what somebody's emotions are and connect them back to the feeling so they can reimagine the emotion. Because one of the most mind-blowing things is that your mind should be blown in connection because you don't need it. You don't really need to have a mind to be connected to because it's going to be your greatest disconnect.
That's right.
And when we've been thrown so many different curveballs over the years, but I look at one of the biggest curveballs was this, she could be gone.
Yeah.
And I went, oh no, that's not, I just remember something Emmy said, not an option. Oh, that was
Oh shit, wait.
And it's always my fault because I always forget.
wait till the dogs start because the dogs haven't kicked in.
Oh no, wait, what the hell? Okay.
There you go.
How do I get you guys back? Wait a second.
It's not us.
It's not just us.
It's not just us.
It happens to everybody.
What the fuck? Okay, I can't get you guys back on the big screen. How the frig do I do this?
We see you.
Oh.
It's hilarious.
Now I can't see you guys.
Well, don't worry. We're still connected to you, Christine. You're not
I
wrong.
know, but I don't know how to fix it. Shit. I'm so not like tech savvy at all. So
I love it.
oh my God. Okay, that's not working. What the hell?
Just start
Okay,
pushing buttons.
Yeah.
See how that works.
what I'm trying to do. Hang
Never
on.
take my advice.
No.
I can't be
No.
trusted.
She hits buttons, and then I have to go figure out
Can't
what
be
button
trusted.
she hit.
Well, she's very lucky to have you to figure it out. Okay, I'm fucked. I don't know how to get you guys back on. Like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Okay, so I can't see you guys.
No, that's okay. We can still get through this.
I don't understand.
I'm totally leaving this in
Yes,
because this is the
yes.
best.
Oh my God, yeah, this is me just being totally fucking stupid and me, and it's
I love
okay.
it.
I love myself for it, and it's okay.
And
All right,
and
I can't
sometimes
see you guys, and all I see is a tiny itty bitty picture of myself in the corner, and I don't know how to get you back. So,
Aw.
wait, maybe? Hang on, wait, I might have found something.
If she pops
Share?
off, I'm laughing so hard. We're staying
No,
friends.
it's not gonna pop. I'm gonna try my best. Hang on.
If
Okay.
you pop off, I'm laughing so hard.
I know.
Oh my! We'll be right here.
Dude, oh my God, wait, there's all these things to pick. I don't know. Okay, I have a chat window up, but now I don't have, okay, I don't fucking know. Get it, whatever. We'll just keep talking. I can't see you, so don't do anything I can't see behind my back. Okay?
Sure.
You're going to be like making faces at me and whatever, and I'm not going to be able to see you. So, anyway, let's go.
We're over here making faces.
sorry,
You
we're
have
over
no
here
idea.
making
Wait till
all
you
kinds
see
of
the face. We made that face. That was funny. We made that face. Okay. All right.
Oh,
So
shit. That was great.
as we were talking, when you through your spiritual journey, Christy, would you say that the more you've explored things in yourself that have led you to not only the physical healing aspect, but even some of the struggles and things that you've come through, the more you connected to yourself, the more you had a strength in what you were fighting?
Oh, most definitely. Most definitely. You know, we really don't understand. I think, before we awaken fully, we never really understand that our suffering is our own. We create it, and it comes from all of this conditioned templates, the social conditioning, the parental, the religious conditioning, like the weight of all of that that we carry from years and years, let alone lifetimes, right? We start to awaken and we go, well, what the fuck's happening? And we start to connect and understand that 90% of it we have allowed and held on to in ourselves. And as we start to heal and recognize our own issues, our own wounds, our codependency, our levels of narcissistic behavior, our when we really look at our own shit, that's when the healing starts. That's when we start connecting to, well, who am I underneath all these layers of just crap? And that's where we find our true essence, and that's where we start to then be able to move forward and really see the world, see our lives, see ourselves, see others for a new truth, a higher perspective, the whole being of unconditional love and acceptance and forgiveness and compassion. We lose all of that because we are in this taught to be disconnected. We're disconnected from Mother Earth, we're disconnected from everything, or we try to develop these unhealthy attachments to things, thinking that that's what connection is.
And people, unhealthy attachments to people,
things, whatever, like we talked about opiates, things like that before, whatever we seek outside of ourselves to feel good.
Yes.
And in this awakening, we realize that it's all just here. It's here. It's about us. It's about the feeling good has to come from the inside. And that's about making a healthy individual in the human form.
Amen.
We are these great, energetic, luminous beings, genderless, luminous beings, dropped into these bodies for whatever purposes we came here for, to explore, whatever our soul contracts were. But we didn't know how the human vessel was going to react and deal with this whole process. And that's where things like disease come in. Our pains, our sufferings, our aches, cancers, disease, all of that comes from all of the garbage that we have been holding on to from all of our conditioning through all of our lifetimes.
We make ourselves sick.
That's right. And we don't even realize it because we don't understand it, because again, we are so freaking disconnected from source, from who we truly are. And it's
sometimes,
and I think I would say the biggest block in all of it, though, is that we still validate our being disconnected from ourselves by seeking validation outside ourselves.
That's right.
Well, you really want another person to love you in a way that you're not loving yourself. You really want somebody to choose you in a way that you're not choosing yourself. You really want somebody to accept you in ways that you've never accepted yourself. And so it's almost like you're
Okay, you guys, now I lost you.
Of course, our phone rings too.
Now I lost him completely.
That was awesome.
no, and you probably can see us now, right?
Now I
That like, awesome.
Where'd their sound go?
Where'd the sound go? Oh, we were here, but I forgot to put my phone on mute. I'm waiting on a liver. As soon as that phone calls, I'll have to answer it.
I want to bring back around what I was saying, though, because it really doesn't justify our means to look for somebody to accept us when we haven't accepted our own shit, right? And you're right. When you have to go into your own shit, looking at it is a part of it. But accepting it is just the first step.
That's right.
Because once you accept it, your purpose then is that, well, I accept my shit and defend that you're accepting it. Once you truly accept your shit, everybody else around you starts accepting your shit too. And that's the thing that nobody gets. They want to go, well, I'm loving myself. And it's like, okay, I see that. And they're like, well, that's all I need is self-love. Oh, yeah, okay. But once you become self-love, you become love, you attract love. And if you're not attracting love, how is that self-love?
Right.
So it's almost like they don't hear the second, the third, the fourth step.
Right.
And you get lost in that first step and stay stuck.
Right.
And Sherry created this program, and we walk people through it, and we're like, you do realize that you're admitting to us that the people who should love you aren't connected to you, so you're not connected to yourself. And then you found connection, and you're wondering why the connection can't find you, but it seems to be following the same path. And they're like, and then I can connect them in a way where they're, oh, I didn't even see I was doing that. No, because you don't see the belief system in it.
Right.
You can't break a template without understanding the belief system.
Right. Exactly.
It's like, I'm going to fix this. No, you don't need to be fixed. You need to be connected to. There's a huge difference.
You need to acknowledge it. You need to accept it, and then you need to move forward authentically.
I think the space there is when they think authentically in a spiritual way means that they have to follow a certain degree or become some kind of guru or a master. And literally what you have to become is nature.
That's right.
If you become nature, you will be nurtured. It's like you don't even see it. You're saying if I just join nature, Lee, and I become part of nature, I'm going to be nurtured. It's like, I'm not telling you that. You're telling you that. You don't understand the nature you're in that keeps doing that to you.
That's right.
So it's like, if you look over all of these journeys that every single one of us is on in this connection, we're not looking for the nature, we're looking for the answer, but the answer is the nature in us. You know, and it's like even I'm sitting here now in the deep space that we're in now, and I'm going, oh my God, look at what nature's doing. I'm like, woo! I mean, we got bunny rabbits and dogs and all kinds of stuff that kind of hop around here and let us know when one of us is sick. It's like, I feel like I'm actually in Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, where she would go out and talk to the animals and they all come around. Because that's who I'm with. It's a real
We
thing.
really do have a big rabbit running around our home.
A big rabbit, a big dogs.
He's
a big
18
cat.
pounds of rabbit, and he
Oh my God.
just runs the place.
And now we got plants that she actually puts in her mouth, and then plants, and then they grow, and then they heal everything. And it's like, okay, this.
Well, I'm
it's
going to
like,
have to touch on that because people are going to think I'm weird now.
I
I'm
don't
going to tell you why.
If you attach you don't see, but if you see
No, I get it. I get the connection.
Oh,
I'm putting my DNA from my saliva onto those seeds.
Yes.
Those seeds go into soil.
Yes.
Though that soil and water grows that seed with my DNA.
Yes.
Right.
Right.
So if we don't realize that we're doing this, we're taking down trees that have DNA. We're taking down all these things that have significance to our health, to our natural health, to our natural healing.
So no, I'm just not spitting seeds, by the way, everybody. I mean, it could happen. Like a machine gun.
My twin flame's name is Planters.
But it makes sense with your connection because I do connect with each and every plant. And I make sure that when they're growing, I harvest them. Before I harvest them, I talk to them when they're growing. I groom them. We water daily. I talk to them, and I go down there. I can meditate. I watch them grow. And when I cut the stalk, right, I give thanks. I give thanks. When I cut the stalk, I give thanks for the medicine because Mother Earth knows the sacrifice already. The plant sacrificed its actual life to save me. Multiple plants, right?
Yep.
Connected to my DNA, my medicine.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I do that for a friend of mine, his DNA,
Mhm.
his medicine.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It all connects back. It's the physical connection of
It's the
the
elements.
saliva and the seed and the plant, the plant growing, and then the harvesting and the gratefulness and the thankfulness,
Mhm.
and making sure that you are doing right by Mother Nature when you're killing these plants.
Yes.
In me, at least.
When we're harvesting.
Yes.
Yeah.
Killing.
Yes.
I think
Harvesting.
I
Yes.
just connected some really huge dots just listening to you just now. Because I think about the journey we've been on in that aspect. And you, I mean, I don't think it blew my mind the other night when you said, well, we can't dump the soil yet because I haven't thanked it. And you know, and you thank the roots that grew in the soil. And you thank the actual tree that actually is doing this. And then I'm over here, and it's really interesting because I didn't catch this. But earlier this year, remember when I was dreaming about Bruce Lee and he kept talking about being water? And I kept remembering just making sure that we had water everywhere. So we have like a tropical climate, right? And I didn't understand how that was connected to what you were saying. But all of it's not possible without water. And water is my strongest teacher.
Yeah.
It's one of my greatest teachers. It's been one of my greatest teachers for the past 2 years. But I didn't realize how it's all connected.
Yeah.
Just listening now, I'm thinking, because I
connected.
keep seeing the elements, earth, air, fire, water, but I didn't realize how we've been in the water and the earth. And then we look at how you have the candles. And so you have your fire. Then you, and if you were here, you'd go, oh, this is just, yeah, this is like this big, huge yin yang with 4 different sections of earth, air, fire, water. And we balance them.
Yeah.
And that's connection.
That's right.
And we want all of these other little things to make things happy, but really just those 4 elements, if you really connect to yourself, you connect to them, you can connect to everything else.
Even having fun.
Oh, absolutely.
Even getting on those 4-wheelers and tearing that earth up.
Yeah.
Hey, Mom, let's have some fun.
Or horses.
Let's have some fun. Riding horses.
You
and
just did that.
It's
yeah.
not, it's really not damaging her. It's turning her. It's moving the earth. It's moving the soil. It's moving the ground. It's keeping it churning. It's keeping it churning. New plants are coming up. Older plants are coming down. It's the circle. Yeah.
It's the intention you put into the action.
Oh yeah.
You know, and it's in giving that reverence. I'm going out to play in Mother Nature. I'm gonna dig. I'm gonna get dirty. But it's with that reverence. It's with that connection that she is you and you are her, and we are all the same. This is where we come from. This is where we quote unquote vessels go back to the earth, to the mother. You know, I mean, this is the key to connection. It's so fucking simple, but yet
it's so
our ego, our mind, as Lee said, the fucking mind, it gets in the way of us.
It won't even let you turn on your video.
Right.
Your mind is going, nope, we can't see them, but we can talk. It's like, it's every little aspect of every little thing. The mind has its fuckery. That's what you call it. She says, what is it? You have that juice that you called, what did you, the juice you used to say about your mind? I don't remember. It was some funny shit she used to say about the mind fuckery, the juice mind fuckery or something. It was great shit. She always comes up with her little things.
Who knows?
Yeah.
It could have been bad.
It was actually quite funny, but I just didn't connect it. I was laughing at it too hard.
A lot of this comes with, honestly, the first step to take to get to this is seriously looking in the mirror. And I don't mean that in the way you think I do. I don't mean that by looking at yourself. I mean it by looking at yourself, literally, physically in a mirror and going, what are you doing? What are you doing? All kinds of pep talks and all kinds of girl, get it together because you don't have it together and you're being a bitch.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm like, no, I'm not. And I'm fighting with myself now.
Right.
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 It all comes with just looking in that mirror in your own eyes, in your own eyes, and going, okay, you don't feel well. Why?
Right.
What's going to help you? What's going to help us get it together?
And that's the key. You have to look to feel, not look to think.
Feel. Yes.
Because you want to look to think about what you feel, but you're not looking to feel. You know what I mean?
And that's
it's
just
huge.
it.
It's like
bringing it all the way back around with the plant medicine. People like to use it for recreational purposes. I totally get it. I've done it. I totally get it. It's fine. I don't have a problem with it. I get it. Who doesn't have fun with it, right?
Right.
But it brings it all back around to.
There are two parts, though.
Two parts.
It's interesting. They are the deepest twin flames that is in a plant ever, because you have your THC and your CBD, and when they come together, magic happens.
That's
and I don't care what you got going on in your life. You have either one of them in your life changes for the better. It's like those two pieces are just like this connection.
There's a difference in hiding, doing recreational,
and that's one half of it. It's not even the other half.
Right. There's. I mean, that's a lifestyle on its own, and I respect that, and it's fine. I would love to be able to be a friggin' hippie and just walk the earth. I would. Believe me, I'm jealous of that. But I really am. But go ahead. You're finishing that up. I feel you.
Oh. But if you have water and you have earth, and you put those two together, and you should just so happen to set fire to it, I'm sorry, it's something magical.
Now you're sounding like Cat Williams.
But it feels like it. It really does, because I'm watching. If you really look at those plants, the way that those two pieces come together, it's connection.
Yeah.
Because there is a healing on the inside of it that we've not only experienced in each other, we didn't realize that would be drawn to us because of that. And I believe that's why there's a greater reason and a greater ability inside a connection that we have yet to discover. And I'm telling you,
start by looking in the mirror, looking in your eyes, and looking down deep in your soul
to feel
what it is. To feel what it is you believe, feel what it is you are passionate about, and honoring and being blessed and being grateful, right? Before you lay down at night, I've started this since the first of the year. Was I a bitch today? Or was it, I do, and I have to talk to myself that way. Like I'm trying to not be a bitch. It's real easy, but it's hard when I don't feel well and things are going. And I'm grumpy because I'm throwing up and I'm nauseous and I'm clammy and he's right there. So why not yell at him?
Right.
Why not make it his fault? Because he's right there. Right. But looking in yourself in the mirror at night is helping me go, okay, I didn't treat him so good today. I want to treat him better. I'm not going to do this today. Or I'm not going to do this to myself today. Like I'm not going to even deal with this disease today. We'll deal with you tomorrow. Today, I'm having a great day, whether you make pain or not. I'm going to fight it and you're not going to have it. Right. It's mine and I'm connected. And in so many ways, I'm discovering more and more disconnection, and then try to make that connection and, watching it come full circle too with so many things.
And I want to say that, I hit the twin flame lottery with you. I really did.
No, I did.
No,
too.
because I really look at it now, and when you do.
That somebody had won it before, and the jackpot wasn't that big.
So what I'm saying is I understand your fight. Like if you think you're attacking me, I'm on your side. So I know that you got to take it out somewhere. And I'm starting to realize I need to take that a lot. I take that a lot on, but I take it so lightly anymore because I realize that fight isn't about me.
Yes. Amen.
The fight is about us fighting it. So it's like, I don't want you to see or feel ever that when you're that way, that I can never disconnect from you. I'm gonna choose to be even more connected to you because of that. And there's an understanding in that, because when you're connected to yourself, you can feel if it's against you or not.
Right.
And I can feel that, and I know it's not.
Right.
You know, Christine, I don't know what it is about your energy, but we love you. And
I can see you, but I can feel like I literally, as you're talking about Sherry, like my heart is just like opening and opening and expanding. Like I can't see you guys, but I feel the love and the just the dedication and commitment that Lee, that you holding space for her through this, and you understanding that she's gonna have days that fucking blow, and she's gonna be a bitch, and she's gonna be fucking just a nightmare to deal with, but it's not about you, and that you can be in that space of just honoring her process and not trying to fix it for her.
Right. And you know what the
big.
big,
That's
you know what
the key to
but
do
the
together.
bigger thing though is,
Big.
Christine, I have to say this because, you know, when people say, you know, how do you give space to someone? Make sure it's bigger than the universe.
Fuck yeah.
See, I think what we've done is we've compartmentalized what space is. And I've realized, no, with as deep as this connection is with Sherry, it's more vast than the universe. So the space I give her is that.
Yes.
So it's got to be, you got to give, if you're not giving that to yourself first, though, you're going to be limited to what you give somebody else. So I've realized that I got to give her that same space to find me that I keep finding her in.
Right.
And it's in the universe made sure we were ripped apart for that reason.
And in giving her that space, that doesn't mean, okay, so like when you say giving someone space and then holding space, people automatically hear give someone space means to back out.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Run.
I want space. Get the fuck away, right? That was the beginning of the journey for so many of us is okay, I'm going to give this person their space, so I'm going to disconnect to not be that sounding board, to not be that person they vent on, to not take on. It's in learning that we are not giving them backing away, disconnecting. It's that we are actually holding space for them to do their process without taking it on, and still honoring our own boundaries of self-protection to not allow abuse or any of that to take place.
I think, you know, the self-protection is very dangerous from the standpoint that it's blocking.
Well,
so if you're overprotected, the word protection itself means not let in. So if we really look at that word and just change the word to, I'm not going to take what they're saying or what they're doing and tell my mind to tell myself something about it.
Right.
That space is not, that's not protection. That's like you said, it's a boundary, but it's a wall.
Right.
So the goal is to separate yourself from your thinking that tells you what to know, because you don't know. You know what I mean? She and I were ultimate mind readers of each other's actions, but literally we were completely wrong. And once you realize that it's okay to be wrong about what you think, you start realizing that maybe everything you think isn't what everything is.
Right.
And so that space and that protection, or even the boundaries, really you can kind of surrender to that and say, you know what, if I can't really tell myself what they're thinking and they're not volunteering it, I should make up a story. Because that's most of the time your biggest disconnect is you get to make up a story about why they're not choosing you. And as long as you continue to do that, it's never going to be the truth, because they're never going to.
And then you continually replay it when you think that.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, we found, well, they told me that I wasn't good enough for them. Oh, so they used the words? Well, they didn't say it that way, but they did. And it's like, but did you just hear yourself admit that they didn't say it? And if you let them stay in that disconnect, they're going to still stand there in that disconnect for the next 20 years. And we're like, don't do that. Right. If the words don't match, if the words didn't come from them, the space would be, let it come from them. You know what I'm saying? Let whatever words they're gonna choose
Don't
come.
read into shit. Don't fucking make up like your
Oh,
own
yeah.
narrative. Like we are so good at that in our
But
human.
she dropped the crock pot this morning. She was having a fit. I was like, I'm not coming over there and stepping in that space. She's got to figure this out and see what she's going to think about. And then she's like, "Oh, so you're not going to help me?" I said, "Wait a minute, did I say anything?" I was like,
You
"See,
asked me for help. I say no.
I wanted
If
you
you
to
can
figure
see
out.
the face I'm making right now,
I want you to figure out what you just going through by yourself, and then I'll come in when you say, "Hey, can you?" Right? But until the meantime, you're going to look at me and be like, "He don't want to even help me." I'm going to stand over here like, I don't even say nothing.
That's right.
But
I want you to count the times I say, "Hey, Lee," today.
You know,
My friend brought it to my attention that I say, "Hey, Lee," more than anything.
Well, you know how to get the needs met. You know how to.
Hey, Lee.
I've changed my name. She just
Haley.
doesn't know.
It's true. We're gonna call you Haley.
There you go.
Hey, look, I'm full in my divine feminine,
Haley.
so I'm okay with
It's
that.
Haley.
I've got both.
I am gonna start
And-
calling you
and-
Haley. Haley.
And actually, that was the originating thing, Christine, why we reached out, because it was like when she said, "I'm in my divine masculine, my divine feminine," I went, "Oh, soul family."
Yeah.
Because we often want to stand in the divine feminine and leave a wounded masculine, and we think the other person's going to fix that. And the thing is, even if they're in the divine masculine, they can't penetrate your wounded masculine. They just can't. That's for you to heal, not them.
Right.
And
That's right.
and you know, when we were like, "Hey, you know what? I can be divine masculine, or you can be divine masculine, and I can be divine feminine, or you can be divine feminine. Why don't we just be divine?" And then we realized, wait a minute, all four of those connect to the divine. They're not separate. They're not
Yes.
separate. And if you're in there saying, "I got a divine feminine," and you haven't said to yourself, "I have a divine masculine," and if you haven't said, "I have these two pieces that will attract exactly what they are to me,"
Mm-hmm.
that's the space we all got to get to, because that's connection.
Yep.
If you separate one from the other, that's not connection. They're not two moving pieces.
No, we
They're the
hold
same thing. It's the same plant, honey. It's the same plant.
same.
It just grows something a little different.
Yeah, we hold both energies,
Yes,
and
ma'am.
we have to acknowledge that. And honestly, we talk about the rise of the feminine, we talk about the rise of the masculine. We talk, really what we're doing is integrating both of these new healed energies within us so we can just become divine.
Oh,
It's
amen.
not about being the divine feminine anymore and the divine masculine anymore. It's about just being the divine energy of both and being able to be fluid with both energies. So where one moment you can be very much in your feminine, softer feminine energy, but then you can go into a more, masculine role.
Yes,
It's
ma'am.
being able to move. Again, talking about water. Water is
Yes.
fluidity.
Yep.
And that is what our journey is truly meant to be. It is about being in surrender to what comes fluidly.
Yes.
Water is so freaking powerful.
Present.
Think about it. It cuts through it erodes rocks. It cuts through mountains. It is strong, but it is not strong, and that's the key.
Water is vulnerable.
Yes.
The greatest strength we have. And if you haven't figured that out, that's all it is. We love that you took time with us today. I know you've got retreats and things that you're doing, and you're still out there making sure everybody gets connected. And if they want to find you, how do they find you?
Shamamahuntingowl.com is the website. You can email me, shamamahuntingowl@gmail, on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, all over, you guys. So just check it out. And thank you guys for having me. It's been so beautiful connecting with you both. I love you guys.
Oh, this has
We
been
love you too.
fun.
We'll send you a copy of this so you can
Yes.
put it on your channel, and we'll have one on our channel.
Go
and Lee
out.
and Sherry.
Go out, have some fun today.
Yes.
Laugh
Yeah.
and have a good time.
Connect.
Grateful for it all.
Yes. Be
Yes.
grateful for it all.
Amen.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for today, Christine.
Guys, take care. Thanks again.
Bye.
All
See you
right.
soon.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.